out, taking some time off. So this is our live video, although I wasn't actually in the mood, but yeah, the the family is now, everything is calming down, everything is working properly, so I said to myself, well, I should go live and have some fun too after all the incident that happened these previous days. So alright guys, hello Mr. Ploxy Games. So what do you want to see, guys, tonight? What's on your mind? As we all know, and as usually, this is how it goes. My live videos are all about you guys, all about asking or tell me what to do, tell me what to make. So let's see what's on your mind. You tell me in the comments as a message or as a comment. What would you like to see in this video? What would you like to see? A build or driving, racing, drifting? What do you want to see, guys? I am more than happy to do anything you want, with a voting system. I was normally playing BeamNG by Mr. Floxy Games. Alright, so yeah, everyone was playing BeamNG. I always see and check what people actually driving and testing and playing actually on Discord, because, well, Discord will tell you what other players are doing, which is really cool to see what kind of crazy games you are playing. So what would you like to do, guys? What would you like to see in this live video? Would you like me to do something crazy, or would you like to, tell me a suggestion of some crazy creation or something? I made some crazy cars in those previous days, but the incident actually that happened with the family stopped me from filming them. So as you can see, we have the promo. This is a special SUV that I did, which is similar to the Porsche, the Cayenne, the SUV, but with a sporty engine and an efficient engine as well. Hello Mr. Gary M, welcome my friend. Mr. Bloxy Game says I made some automation cars too. Perfect. So Mr. Marco says do a competitor to the Hofstadter Turbo. Alright, so we have two things to talk about. So the Hofstadter, this is the last name of a character that I like to watch on TV, and, well, Turbo, I don't actually know a Hofstadter Turbo. So what about this Hofstadter Turbo? Any specs for it or what? Alright, so as you can see, these are the cars that I made in these previous days. This is also the Tiala, as I called it. It has a 4.6 liter V8 flat plane, but it's extremely tail happy and really awesome to drive. What else? This is a car that was sent me in on the previous challenges. This is a car that I made. This is the diet. So yeah, what would you like to see, guys? You could do a build battle. Well, I don't do battles unless, of course, I'm playing some strategy games. I don't do battles building cars. I do battles crushing enemies and destroying castles and occupying cities in virtual games. Not here. More like a Lamborghini Countach. That's a nice thing, actually. So let's see. Here we go. This is a new model. Do you want to test drive my 85 miles per gallon car? Well, okay, why not? Send it on the submitting page, and why not? I can drive it. We can drive it. We can have some fun. But first, let's do this. Let's do something similar to a Countach, maybe. So we have to go back to 19. Let's say 80, for example. I think it should be 70, but alright, let's start with some 80 love here. Back with better connection. Hello Mr. Charlie Anderson, welcome my friend. Welcome to our special build video. So as you already know, my friend, you will choose something and I will try and make it happen. And let's see, searching for something quite similar to a Lamborghini Countach body. I don't know, I think this is so far, close enough. This body, 1965 coupe. I don't know if there is something else that is actually close to it. Well, I got Mr. Charlie. I got a crazy request to do something close to a Lamborghini Countach, for example. So I'm trying to search for a body that is absolutely close to the Countach. Alright, so Mr. Gary M, I submitted it. Alright, so when we move to BeamNG.Drive, I will get I will get your file and of course drive it over there. Look at that, 1965 coupe. This actually looks like an El Camino. Look at this one. Looks like an El Camino. I like El Caminos. They are really awesome, very durable. With a, I mean, it's like a muscle car Ute from 1970s or 65 or whatever the date of it. All right, so what do you think, guys? Something low and aerodynamic should work. Something low aerodynamic should work. What, this? I mean, we are right now in 1980, but this is a 65 body, 1965. What do you think? Do you think this should work? This can work, right? I think this can work. But which version? This one or this one? What do you think, guys? Come on, vote. I like our live videos because we always do special voting. So, which one of these would you think of these four? I mean, they look very extremely similar, but I don't know what's the difference between them. Targa. What, is there a Targa here? Because I don't think there is a Targa, so let's see. Alright, so the chassis. Chevette. Alright, so alright guys, so this is the chassis now, the chassis. What do you think, guys? 1980s technology. We are trying to build something like no, what? No Micapiso? What's that? So the first thing that we have here by Mr. Marcos, it says fiberglass. Well, fiberglass is really cool. It's extremely lightweight, but it's not really safe. Aluminium is extremely limited, like really no mass production. And let's keep it in the limited. Let's keep it in the limited production, not this no mass production thing. Let's keep it. Yeah, let's keep it in the limited production. So let's go with fiberglass. Now the chassis. What do you think the chassis should be? Monocoque? Because I really don't know what kind of chassis the Lamborghini Countach used. Did Lamborghini actually put monocoque in it, or space frame, or a ladder? I don't know. Actually, I've never actually searched the Lamborghini Countach chassis material or chassis design. I don't actually know. I think it's monocoque, but I'm not really sure. So if you have any information, or if you want to choose one, why not? Should I make a supercar or normal car? Space frame or monocoque? Well, as we all know, space frame is very good for cornering. Like, I mean, it will hold the body very well because it will not flex, and it will work really great as a as a performance car. But it will be only made just from steel or galvanized steel. Yeah, but monocoque I think it's lighter, I think. Yeah, monocoque is lighter, as you can see, it's lighter. So let's keep it corrosion resisting steel, because as we all know, Countach is, well, they rust. I mean, Italian cars, they rust always. So let's try and remove that bad reputation by using corrosion resisting steel. Alright, mid-engined, of course. Mid-engined long ditch wall, that's of course the Lamborghini way. Alright, let's see, double wishbone. What do you think, guys? Double wishbone also on the rear? I really don't know the suspension design in the Lamborghini Murcielago. So yeah, keep helping me, stay ahead of me step by step. Tell me the suspension, the engine, everything, so we can, I mean, because this is your car and it will be named as the viewer's live car. So yeah, let's have fun. It said Mr. Charlie says galvanized steel material at least was more than a premium at least. Alright, galvanized steel it is. So stay ahead of time, guys, and tell me what should we move next. So I've chosen double wishbone front and rear. what Mr. JDM Japan says, you BR men. What's that? What does that mean? And then he said, and then he wrote Mr. Marcus Onikoe car. I don't know what's his username. So mid inline or mid transverse like the Miura. Let's see. Moving on. Alright, the engine now. What do you think the engine? There. So Mr. Charlie Anderson says mid inline or mid transverse. No, I think mid longitudinal. He said that I am from Brazil. Cool. Nice to meet you. You'll. Oh, thank you, thank you so much, Mr. Being fun for life guy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your awesome support. Which is true. Awesome. I always love to meet people from different countries. Really awesome to meet people from Poland, Brazil, Argentina, United States, Canada, Australia. I always love to meet new people. So inline 4 from 1980s. It will be extremely low on power. Really, my friend. Yeah, I mean, if you want to make really good power in 1980s from an inline 4, it will be huge and not really like what do you call it, sporty. So let's keep it. What do you think? A V8 or a V12 or maybe a V10 or maybe a V16? Awesome, Ploxy Games. Welcome, my friend. Poland Power. Make a V8 6.5 liter. Alright, that's a suggestion. Inline 4 AP 1.0. No, 1.1. Can you imagine a 1 liter engine, 1 liter 4-cylinder in a supercar? Wow, no one will buy that. Brazilian engine 4 inline 1.0, V8 maybe. Alright, so most of the comments are 8 cylinders, so a V8 then. Let's go with aluminium. So what do you think the size should be? 6.5 liters maybe? If we can do that. I don't think we can reach that, so 98 millimeters to the bore. From Fiat. I'm Sweden born and living. Awesome. I'm Syrian born and living too. Not Sweden, Syrian. 5.9 liters. I think this is a very nice size. It's the only engine we had in Brazil where the VW Type 1600. Wow, I never actually knew that. I really like to know like every country like car industry heritage or car history, because it's really awesome and it's really educational to learn about like most of your countries, what cars are very popular over there, what are the most popular cars, what are the most rubbish cars. I always like to know all these things. Pora DD 1600. In the 80s it was the most used. Cool. And let's see, then came the Fiat Fire. Wow, that's an awesome name. Fiat Fire. It has a very cool name, like the Pontiac Iron Duke. The Iron Duke engine has a very awesome name. So far the most awesome name for any engine, which is the Iron Duke. Can you imagine a better name for an engine? And the Fiat Fire, that's also a very nice engine name. My car has a 1224 horsepower. Real car or game car? If it's a real car, you will be named the king of this channel. If it's in the game, well, yeah, everyone has done that. Short stroke engine. A short stroke engine can work actually. Yeah, more RPM, but yeah, 1980s technology, I don't think we can actually push the RPM hard, but we will try and see. Alright, so let's move on. Fiat Uno. For Filo Fire. It's what? Acronym for fully integrated robust engine. Alright, so let's see guys, what do you want to see? Overhead cam or double overhead cam, or maybe direct acting if you want to go. It says here double overhead cam, 3 valves. No, you can't put 3 valves on a double overhead cam. You can only put 2 and 4 according to 1980s technology. But if you want to put a three valves, you only need to use the overhead valve, not double overhead valve. So yeah, what do you think, guys? I know that these are the most used, but which one would you like to see? Because the double overhead camshaft with four valves, this will provide like supreme RPM, high RPM, and it will provide very good airflow. Two valves, well, this will choke the engine to death, but it's still very good. Single overhead cam with, for example, four valves, it will also provide very good airflow, really good, but a little less than double overhead cam. And three valves, well, it's the middle horse here. It's the middle option. Alright, so overhead cam, three valves. Alright, Mr. JDM Japan, hello. Alright, so three valves, alright, aluminium also. Moving on, so what's the engine size? It's a 5.7 liters. Alright, so what do you want to see? Flat plane, 600 horsepower if possible. Is possible. Well, yeah, it's possible with of course double overhead camshaft and four valves. But I really don't think we can achieve that with this engine, and especially 1980s technology. Flat plane, of course, it's Italian made. Forged steel flat plane, heavy duty forged and regular forged. See if we can push the RPM nicely with it. Single overhead camshaft with VVL. Yeah, where's the VVL? There's no VVL, my friend. This is 1980s. Mr. Charlie, hello. We are building an engine in 1980, not in 2018. Alright, let's see the compression. Let's keep it 9.0 to 1. We're building a high performance engine in the 80s. Everything should be 80s. What do you think? What do you mean VTEC? That, my friend, this is 1980s. There is no VVT, no VVL. Yeah, nothing. What's that? So we have our first, maybe Russian or Ukrainian. I don't know. I really don't speak Russian or Ukrainian. So yeah, my friend, keep it in English only. Yes, of course we will go injection, my friend. Of course we will go injection. But would you like to see turbocharged 1980s engine, or would you like to see naturally aspirated? Turbo. Single point injection. Mr. Alberto, this will be I mean, yes, let's try Mr. Alberto idea first. Let's see. So single point AFI. Wow, this is gonna be really interesting. So single point. Let's go 95 octane. Let's push the FU ratio a little bit higher than usual. Drop the ignition. Let's start with 7,000 RPM. Crossing fingers. Long visual dual. Let's say 3.5 inch. It's 1980s. No need for catalytic converters. Straight through. While it's working, and we have massive, as you can see, massive valve float. Yeah, massive valve float, as you can see. Well, the cam profile is actually higher than usual, but yeah, because of the single overhead camshaft and three valves, that's why, yes, we are valve floating. So let's push the. There we go. So it can actually work 390 horsepower using a single fuel injector. Single point fuel injection. It works. I am really actually impressed with the result. I mean, it's single point EFI, really single point EFI. That's actually very rubbish system. I hate single barrel, not single point EFI. Look at it. Single point electronic fuel injection uses two large computer controlled injectors. I thought single injector, so it uses two large computer controlled injectors, adding fuel before the throttles the air mixture, then passes through the intake manifold as is distributed to each cylinder. This system uses similar throttles and manifolds to a carburetor design and thus keep cheap to implement with only two injectors. A simple computer. It's the simplest form of electronic injection. Wow, that's actually so it's the cheapest system to use. They will keep the regular, as you can see, regular carbureted intake manifold, and well, it will add two large injectors with a simple computer design. That's actually very very cool. Hello, Mr. Muhammad Hadi. Hello, my friend. So yeah, should we keep the single point injection, or well, let's actually. What about building the next sleeper car? Well, Mr. Fizis, Alright, so Mr. D, I'm gonna call you Mr. D. Alright, Mr. D, we will do a sleeper car after this one. Let's finish this build first. Don't worry, my friend, we have so much time. I have so much time, free time tonight, and I'm gonna stay with you. So let's finish this one. Let's build some cool and crazy idea. Why not turbocharge a single EFI engine? Do you think it will work? Maybe it will not work. So let's see, let's see, maximum air fuel ratio, 400 horsepower is nearly possible. Whoa, that's a laggy beast here. So let's see, let's push the air fuel ratio a little bit, drop the compression ratio to 8.5 to 1. That means new pistons, but who cares as long as we are making power. So 500 horsepower from a single point EFI engine. That's awesome. Catalytic converters was mandatory after 75. Alright, why not? Why not? So 3-way, that actually choked the engine to death. But 4-inch exhaust diameter, why not? Why not? Let's see how much we have room left. So 526 horsepower. Quit the intercooler. What do you mean quit the intercooler? Quit the intercooler or quit the intercooler? So yeah, 526 horsepower from a single point EFI and twin turbos V8. This is a 5.7 liter V8 engine. It's not really this small engine, it's a huge engine, but I mean the power is actually very decent. And well, the efficiency or the economy is it's not really great, and the reliability it's bad actually, but it's drivable. No intercooler, I mean, how can you do that? Can you build an engine with no intercooler? No, you can't. You can't build an engine without an intercooler. I mean, you can't. I mean, look at it. There is no zero. There is no zero intercooler here. I mean, you have to use an intercooler. There is no zero option, my friend. Yeah, there is no zero option, Mr. Charlie. So, hello, hi, Mr. Muhammad. Look at that beast. It's too much for the year. What do you mean too much? Too much horsepower? Lower the power. Low reaction to gas. 26.5. Maybe. You can IRL, but you don't need to have an option to create. What what least drag by using the biggest intercooler possible? Big turbo. Yes, I know it's a big turbo. Well, I'm good, Mr. Muhammad Hadi. I'm really good. Yeah. So if they are saying big turbos, well, if I decrease the turbos, yes, we can actually decrease the turbo size or the compressor size to, for example, 48 and make a 500 horsepower engine. Yeah, 500 horsepower. I mean, this way the turbos are smaller, 48.5 millimeters and 39.5 millimeters on the turbine, 12 psi of boost, perfect, I think, right? Right, so 500 horsepower is better. That's how the audience like it. And let's see, 6,300 RPM. Now let's keep it like this. Yeah, keep everything nice and tidy. Let's see, cluster quality here, decreasing the exhaust size. Everything is working properly. Alright, 510 horsepower. Or let's keep it 500 as every one of you liked. So 46 and a half. The bigger intercooler, the less drag for the air after the intercooler and what to the end. Yeah, I think that's in real life, my friend. In automation game, no one cares about these things, but in real life, yes, you are correct. How old are you? 24. This upcoming 18th of November. It will be my birthday. It supports more power. Intercoolers slow down the air a little bit. Well, true, I think in real life, because the boosted air will have to travel through the intercooler and out of it. Rear-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive. Alright, rear-wheel, what? RWB. Alright, so we have finished the engine, I think. 500 horsepower. That's actually a very decent engine. Look at it. The curve is really awesome. The turbos will kick in at 2700, which is, I mean, in 1980s turbocharged engines, I mean, that's impossible. As we all know, turbocharged engines in the 80s, I mean, you put your foot hard down and you wait, and then of course boost will come on and you will fly, or maybe spin out and wrap around the tree. But you know, you get the idea. But I mean, pushing an turbocharged engine will, I mean, the turbos are spooling so low, which is really awesome. I'm really impressed. And of course, remember, we are using single point EFI, which is the worst fuel injection ever. It's really simple, it's really cheap, and it's really rubbish. I mean, it's barely running good in its naturally aspirated, and now it's running with a turbocharger. Cool. Rear-wheel drive doesn't handle good in BeamNG.Drive. Well, it's true actually. You have to be really careful designing your gearbox, choosing the tires, choosing the aerodynamics of the car, so you can actually make it to hook really nicely. You've never seen a Volvo with an aftermarket turbo build. Well, Mr. Charlie, yes, I've seen some photos and some YouTube videos, yes, and I've seen how huge those modified Volvos can be, and how crazy they can get. Alright, so everything is working properly. Let's move on. So the engine is ready, the chassis is ready, but now let's choose the body. So what's the difference between those bodies? So this is the first one. Oh, the second one, I think the roof can be detached here. And this one is looking like that, which is really cool. And the engine does not fit. Bummer. After all this work, stupid game decided suddenly, well, not to fit the engine. The engine is too long, it says here. So I think we have to... Really? So if I want to fit this huge engine in it, it has to be... Wow, that's rubbish. 91 millimeters, and it should be a 5-liter engine. Oh, 5-liter engine, that's smaller, really smaller. And now we need to adjust hundreds of problems that happened. First of all, the knocking. So 482 horsepower. Yeah. What's the turbo situation? It's less because we have less air traveling through the engine. That's a bummer. That's a really fat bummer. I really hate it when automation game decides suddenly at the last moment that, well, you can't fit this engine. That's rubbish. That's total garbage. I mean, I was really happy with 500 horsepower, but the game decided suddenly, no, you can't have that. So 3000 RPM, and now we are back actually in the 80s, in the 80s love. So lightweight forged, yeah, 6500 RPM plus 1 quality. All-wheel drive handles better. You can try and make sort of Ferrari F40 engine. I think it will fit perfectly. Well, maybe. The biggest turbo I've ever seen on an engine, and had an inlet of 104 millimeters. That's huge. And it's like a truck lorry turbo with mounted on a Toyota Supra. Woof. How can that engine survive under that much boost? 4 people voted for rear-wheel drive, 2 voted for all-wheel drive. Rear-wheel drive wins as always. Alright, but it's on you if it's undrivable. Yeah, because there is a huge fat chance maybe the engine will not be drivable, well, the car will not be drivable, but I'm gonna try my best. So we can't really push the boost a little hard, so let's try and push the ignition a little bit. So 480 horsepower. I mean, I really can't push it any harder than this without pushing the quality of many parts. And pushing the quality of parts, yes, we can achieve 500 horsepower, as you can see, but we are facing the fact of making this engine expensive. Well, who cares? Still 500 horsepower, right? 500 horsepower. At least it will be driftable. Maybe. Who knows? So let's see. We have 500 horsepower again, as you can see, a 5-liter single overhead camshaft, 3 valves, 90 degrees V8, 500 horsepower, 423 pound-feet of torque, running on single point EFI and 95 octane fuel. Perfect. The engine is running perfectly. Alright, moving on. So, which body would you like to see, guys? Alright, don't worry, we will do rear-wheel drive, and if it's possible we will try also all-wheel drive. It depends on where the weight is most weight in the back, which means better traction, and if he uses a corners a type to a front wing, it should work. These cars are all about handling, yeah. And yeah, can you believe can you actually believe a Countach handles? No, that's impossible. That's 2 on all-wheel drive, not drifting. Yes, drifting. We will drive for the gods. All-wheel drive is for the... No, my friend. All-wheel drive... Remember, I mean, I love rear-wheel drive cars. They are really awesome, and most of the legendary cars are rear-wheel drive. But of course, all-wheel drive are also... I mean, we can't ignore the fact that all-wheel drive cars can accelerate, I mean, like crazy. So every drive type has its own pros and cons. We can't ignore both of them. I mean, rear-wheel drive cars are really fun, really awesome to drive, but they can be dangerous. And all-wheel drive cars, they are a little bit extra safe, but you really can't have that much fun in them unless of course you have tons of horsepower, because you have a lot of grip in them, and they can understeer hard, really hard. So yeah, it's up to the driver, it's up to the car, it's up to the manufacturer to design and engineer a great car. Yeah. Rally cars, yes, rally cars also use all-wheel drive cars, but remember also, Mr. Charlie, remember, some of the legendary rally cars also used rear-wheel drive. Yeah, which Lancia will use the rear-wheel drive version? It was a special Lancia, I guess, that used rear-wheel drive car on a rally course. I mean, that was legendary car. Yeah. And I think they have mentioned it in the Grand Tour special episode, maybe. So it's really awesome. Yeah, the 037, correct. No, the 037. That's the one. Yeah, the 037. I mean, that's a legendary car. That is an awesome legendary cars driven by legends. So we can't ignore I mean every drive type, even front wheel drive has its own pros and cons, my friends. So I always see arguing about which one is best. Well, you can't decide because I mean, it's different from a car to another car, from a manufacturer to the other manufacturer. So no need to argue. Everyone has its own favorable cars. Everyone has its own opinions. So we don't need to argue. We don't need to punch each other. So yeah, everyone is good. All of them are awesome. Let's see which one will work with this car. Perfect. All right. So which one of these bodies would you like to see, guys? This one, the 1965 coupe, or this model with I think a detachable roof, or as they call it, targa, maybe, or maybe a targa, what they call this roof with this Ferrari designed, or maybe I don't know what they call this design, but I've seen this on all many Ferraris and some Lamborghinis too. So I vote for the targa. All right, that's the first vote. Which one is that one? The same. So alright, so I'm gonna use the glass looking because it's really cool. So which one? So we have a vote for the Targa or Cabrio. The first Targa. I'm gonna choose one of those two bodies. Glass. Alright, here we go. Targa. A lot of guys are voting for Targa. Alright, so I'm gonna go with Targa because well it's the best looking. Moving on, the color. What do you think a good looking color will be? What do you think a good looking color will be on these cars? Like 1980s, beautiful, Italian designed. What do you think a good looking color will be? A yellow. A yellow. You mean this? A mad yellow, a swimming pool blue. Bright yellow. So do you think this is correct? Anything that is not ricey, something from the 80s or 70s. Yeah, well, I mean colors can't be ricey actually, unless of course you are making like a bright pink or some mix of purple and I don't know. I don't know actually. Are there any ricey colors? Deep black with tinted windows. Tint of blue and purple, maybe. So I don't know. What do you think, guys? I mean, a lot of people are writing yellow. So British British racing green. Well, if I'm building a Land Rover or maybe a classic Aston Martin, yeah, but something from Italy, I think no, it will not be appropriate, right? Let's give the car more sleeky looks while you decide on the color. Let's see what are our options here. Give it a sleeky, beautiful looking. All right, perfect. I mean, the car looks absolutely beautiful. All right, let's move on. So what kind of fixtures would you like to see? And I am like 100% sure people will say pop-up headlights or maybe pop-up taillights. Really, pop-up taillights, they'll look ugly, but yeah. Lambo tended to use greens. Really? I've never seen a poster with a green Lamborghini Countach. I've seen white Lamborghini Countaches, I've seen yellow Lamborghini Countaches, I've seen blue Lamborghini Countaches, and red, blue, yellow, white, and black. I've seen those Lamborghini Countaches, but I've never seen a green one. Maybe there are some green ones, but not really green. But not really. I don't think I mean, Lamborghini chosen British racing green. I mean, they have their own green, I think, and I think it has an Italian name to it. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna search for it. So normal light. What do you think? One of these lights are 1980s. These maybe. Look at these. Look at these lights. I mean, they look absolutely hideous. I mean, yes, they are from 1980s, but come on. Look at those. The car looks sad for no obvious reason. A spoiler in the front, on the bumper, and one in the back. You mean a lip? You want a fat lip up front. It looks like 1969 Mustang. Really? I really can't see that, but yeah. So look at that. It's like Back to the Future car. Something like one of those futuristic machines from the 80s when they used to talk about the future, how the cars will look in 2018. Remember those movies when they used to when they used to say the cars will look like this in 2020 or 2018, the model of it. These ones look good actually. Cool. Those are gallant lights. Maybe. It all will be chrome. Really? Would you like to see chrome on this car? I mean, I don't know. So the car is mid-engine, so we have to focus on cooling the engine back there. At the front, what do you think? Should we keep it sleek at the front, or would you like to add some vents or something? Let's see. Can we actually fit some front lip on the car? Maybe, who knows? No, it looks ugly enough. Let's see if we can actually fit something different. I don't really think we can actually put a front lip. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and make it sleek because it looks very good this way. That's actually stylish. Look at that. I mean, it's there. We have a front lip, but it's integrated and it's hidden. And it looks very cool actually. Pop-up lights. Big Wang Gang. What's that? What's good? Look at that lip integrated down there. So what do you think, guys? Should we keep it sleek from the front, or would you like to see like some sort of grille maybe? What do you want to see? I mean, look at that. Sleek, beautiful, elegant. 17 people watching this, better than regular TV at least. Oh, that's awesome. Keep this light and add pop-up lights. Sleek. Alright, sleek. We have two sleek. So pop-up lights. Pop-up headlights. Let's see. These are opened. So when they are closed, I mean, look at this. To be honest, to be really honest, look at this. So when they are closed, the car looks awesome, and when they open, the car looks like a Miata. Closed, open, closed, open. Oh, look at that actually. So I really I really love them when they are closed. I mean, keep them closed, they will look very awesome, and when you need to open them, you know, for the night or wherever, they will look awesome too. Alright, let's close them. Let's close those bad boys. Awesome. Alright, so sleek from the front. We have a front lip. We have those high beam lights with, of course, indicators, and of course low beam pop-up headlights. Looks like a little DMC-12. Needs a front wing like the Countach had, and also a big airplane wing in the rear that looks like an arrow. Take a look at Lamborghini Countach spoilers. 80s Miata. Alright, so let's see. I mean, I don't really want to copy or replicate a Countach, but I'm gonna try to build something really awesome too. So what the hell is this? Ugliness. Alright, moving on. Let's see if we can put look at that. We have a Daytona rear wing, but let's see if it can actually fit, because the Lamborghini Countach had a huge rear wing. Come on, go back, you fat wing. That's a big fat problem with automation game. You don't know what to do. Go back, you stupid. I want to get it back. It really can't go back. There is no middle option. I apologize, but it really can't go back. What a stupid thing. So it can't really fit back there. Let's try and fit it here first, like that, and then, come on, you stupid car, work. I'm sorry, but I don't think it will fit. So it's a bad idea. Once you go rice, it can't go back. I'm not gonna go rice. I hate rice cars, but I'm gonna try and do an awesome looking car. But unfortunately, it's not really that easy. It will not give up without a fight. So we need the 1980s wing, but oh, this is ugly. This is like a riced Lamborghini. Where did that stupid wing go? Oh my god, I mean, how many problems you have to face just to put a stupid rear wing on the car? Look at this! I mean, it doesn't want to fit. I have to stretch it a little bit. Come on! This thing won't move. Wow, how ugly is that? I don't think it will move. Wow, I'm going to start with my dinner, but still going to listen to this. Keep going. Okay, not that one. There's a wing that looks like an arrow. Which one? This one? Yeah, I know. I think it looks like a Lamborghini one, but damn it! If it's gonna fit, come on, fit, you fat ugly. I mean, I want this thing to go a little bit forward. Just a little forward. And look at how big is that? No. No. Wow, how big is that? I think we have to go small. I really can't think you can put actually. Yeah, 747 wing. I mean, really, look at this. I'm sorry, but it's nasty. We have to choose something else entirely. That's rubbish. Yeah, we have to go small. Come on, you stupid thing. Let's try again. Let's try again. I think maybe this can work. I don't know, maybe. I apologize about making you waiting for no obvious reason, but this stupid game will not allow me to put a wing on the back of this car. I mean, look at it. I'm pressing the button. I am moving, but it doesn't want to put it on the car, on the back of the car, which is really ugly. I apologize, guys. So change the chassis. That will allow to put the wing there. What chassis? What does it have to do with the chassis? You mean what? The body? I don't think the chassis will actually do anything, but let's see. Changing the chassis. Okay, let's see, another try. I don't think it doesn't have to do with the chassis, my friend. Really, it doesn't have to do anything with the chassis. It's not about the chassis. It's about the body itself. So I think if we actually want to put a wing, I think we have to go with this. Yeah, I think we have to go with this if we really want to put a wing on it. Really. What the hell is this? So if we want to keep the rear glass, we can keep it this way. I mean, it looks cool enough. Oh, here we go, job done. We can now put a rear wing on the car. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, let's go back and get the chassis again to a monocoque. Here we go. Job done. What do you think? What do you think? Should we go back to the... Which one? Do you think this is the wing that you all want? Real what? WHRDW is all about traction. Well, that's a fat wing, so let's go a little thinner, like this. So what do you think, guys? Should we keep it? Keep this 1980s dining table on the back? Can you make a Porsche 911 Turbo 1975, please? Well, I already made the 911. I already made the 911 body and chassis. We can stick the 911 turbo engine in it, and job done. So let's finish this one, my friends. Let's finish this one. Come on, let's be quick. I really want to drive this, so let's be quick and stay with me and tell me, extra step before I finish it. Like, tell me, stay ahead of me and tell me what you think. Now the taillights. What kind of taillights? What kind of taillights would you like to see? Come on. Let's be quick about it. Let's have fun and let's finish this bad boy here. Side vents on the door. Yeah, we will get to that. Don't worry. Looks okay, but should be a bit less wide. Ah, you mean the wing? Okay, a bit less wide. Here we go. I think this is a little bit less. Yeah. Now taillights. Can you make this one hypercar? Square ones. Alright, square ones. We need a square one. What, you mean this? Well, they look decent actually. 1980s love. I mean, if I put them this way, and let's see, there are some indicators. That means they will work. I would like to see make a Volvo 944 turbo if possible. Well, I'm receiving a lot of requests, so who knows, maybe we can do some of them. Yeah, combine the square ones with this one. Compare the square ones with this one and you are doing. Okay. The ones that they are all red. Ah, you mean what? Put it in the middle? You mean like so? Let's adjust these. Here we go. Yeah. You want these? What are your favorite car brands? By Mr. Andres. Alright, so my favorite car brands. Well, it's according to the cars actually, and I mean, it's according to the cars basically. I mean, I can't really choose a brand, but if I want to pick brands, well, of course, when it comes to mind, let's see. Of course, Ferrari, Pagani. Pagani never made a bad car. Let's see, Bugatti is a legendary one. Of course, I like Nissan cars. Not all of them, but like the 370s, for example, the classic, the Fair Ladies, for example, the GTR, of course. Toyotas, well, they are not really that bad, but they made some crappy cars and they made some boring cars. But of course, they made a lot of legendary cars. Keep the ones that keep the ones you've put, but put another set of square rounded ones. What do you mean by that? I really don't know what you want to see. What really you want, my friend? I have to explain. What do you mean? What? I really don't know what to. Let's keep it simple. I really don't want to make a mess of it. Back, go back. What do you mean back, go back? Go back to the middle one. Yeah. So yeah, my favorite car brands. Well, it's according to the car actually. I mean, I like Subaru too. I like what else? Japanese car manufacturers. Well, I like all of them. All the car manufacturers are. I like Saab. Saab cars are really unique. I like Saab so much. I've driven one and I've been carpooled in one and they are really awesome. Push the ones you did to the middle. Push the ones you did to the middle. Okay. And then what? Put these on the sides. Uh-huh. I think I get the styling and I like it. Alright. Let's see. Yes, exactly. Alright. Alright then. Alright, so these. Alright, what do you think about the car? Does it actually look good or does it look bad this way? But make them taller and less skinny. Where is it? Charles Anderson, can you use the footage I've sent you of my Volvo 944 as a reference to make it as close as what their version as possible? Well, I'll check it out later. Can you make this hyper what? Hyper activity? What? Hyper? I don't know. All right, it says not okay. Not all guys are not all guys are actually impressed with those. So let's see if we can actually make them a little skinnier. I don't. I really cannot. I really don't like this styling. I think they used to look better on the side. Like these indicators, they should be on the side, not in the middle. But because you know these are not reverse lights. Yeah, these are not really reverse lights. But I get your vision. You want these as reverse lights, and you want these as like indicators. What do you mean what hyper? It's HIPER. It's called hyper, right? Alright, let's continue. Let's continue. I really want to finish this car now. So let's put some vents in the middle. Let's put some vents in the middle to cool the engine. Let's see, single vent only. Huge. No, not that much. '80s love. Here we go. Alright, what else do you want to say? I think he means Walmart shopping cart. Alright, so we need large vents on the sides, you know, to replicate something crazy from 1980s, and I'm trying to look. I've never actually tested those. What are these? Can these work like huge side vents? No, they look ugly enough. So these are really regular automation style, but let's see. I mean, yes, a lot of cars were they were very exaggerating back then, but yeah. Can you make what? Can you make? Where is it? I think he means Walmart. Yeah, long. Oh, message retracted. It means it must be big to suck all the air. All right. What do you think? Huge? What huge side vent? Can you imagine that? You can stick a head in there. Really? That much? That is huge. Wow, that's huge actually. Mr. Vlad say, yeah. Alright. Alright, that's crazy, but why not? Alright, let's put some rear vents, of course, and push the exhaust out of the car. Because as we all know, 1980s cars they overheat, and they overheat really nice. So we need to design a really good cooling system to prevent them of course from doing that. What are those? Oh, they look ugly. So let's see which one of these exhaust. And add rally mud flaps. Really? Can you make an electric car? No, Mr. Samasaka. I mean, there are no electric motors here. Starts to look like a Countach. Well, I'm really happy to see. I'm really happy that you think that. Come on, stupid exhaust vent. Look at this stupid exhaust vent. It doesn't want to go there. Let's try the other one. Alright, this one is working. A lot of crazy things can happen in an automation game. The game suddenly wants you to do something, the game suddenly doesn't want you to do something, and yeah, that's alright. Here we go, we have some styling now. The rims. Alright, now the rims, guys, the rims. What kind of rims do you think? These? Maybe these? How about these? Or what? Which one of these would you like to see? Put the integrated muffler just below the red lights. What? Here? In the middle? The integrated mufflers. Which one are these? Yeah, they won't stick out unless of course you provide them with a huge vent like this, which is really ugly, my friend. No, I don't really like that. Fancy vent. No. Well, we can put a vent if we want. Yeah, I'm gonna put just some huge exhaust back there. Crazy Italian way. Alright, exhaust. Kaganta Zunda. What? Zunda. What's that? 5-spoke rally wheels. What? BSBS? What's that? The one you're using, the other styling. What's that? Okay, so let's see. Which one of these? These are modern. No, we can't use modern. And these are, I think, too modern. Which one of these guys? Exhaust began to what? Which one of these guys would you like to see? Really? Just choose one. This? Maybe this? Which one? Can you make an insane? Can you make it insane loud? Well, of course you can. Well, you need to choose race intake manifold, and the worst exhaust like noise ever, or not the worst exhaust noise, or the loudest exhaust by doing a -15 quality. But unfortunately, it will make the engine to knock bad. But we can fix that. 492. Let's push in some extra fuel. Here we go. I really don't want to go below 500 horsepower, so this should be enough. I mean, the reliability is already bad. Won't really do it. Alright, let's keep it this way. Let's see which one. It says here the multi small spoke rims, say size 15. Multi spoke. Just tell me where they are. Which one do you think? Just tell me which one are the multi spoke ones. Multi small spoke, say 5. Which one of these? It says front. From the right side there is the 80s 5-spoke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, not these, of course. Well, from the right side, these? No, these are 90s. The blue ones. These? The blue ones are, no, these are modern. These are modern, my friend. Fourth from the top to bottom. Make between modern and classic. Let's see, fourth between top and bottom. Which one? Okay. I. Which one is that one? Quick. No, these are modern really, and these are really modern. Crap. So I'm really lost. These. What's happening? Well, currently we are lost between rims, unfortunately, and yeah, I'm really lost. So we are making like something close to a 1980s Lamborghini Countach, my friend, but yeah, we're trying to make it. Ah, crap. Which one should I use? Which one should I use? No, these are not. All right, so let's keep it with these. I'm gonna make them small. Don't worry about these. I'll make them small to look better. Don't worry about that. So, alright, side or door handles. Door handles. Which one of these are saying 1980s? 1980s technology. Right, these. These are 1980s. Keyholes and everything. A keyhole and everything. Alright. What else should we put? Yes. Wipers, of course. We need some wipers. Single wiper. Yeah, that's the Lamborghini Countach, I think. A single wiper will do the job just fine. Yes, tilt it to the window this way. Awesome. Look at the line that's on the right side. There is a 4 or 5 spoke that is tilted and super squared. Those are super. Alright, which one of these? It says here, look at the line that is on the right. 5 spoke. 1, 3. No, not these, of course. Those with hundreds spokes and more. What do you mean, these? These are the 5 spokes? Really? Alright, I'm gonna put a rear wiper, I think, but if it's possible. So yeah, these are those really. All right. So a rear wiper. No, I don't actually think we need a rear wiper, right? Do we actually need a rear wiper? I don't think so. Maybe think about it. Think about it, my friends. Let's put some window washers. Tilt them this way. The mirror, small ones. Yeah, like that. And of course, black. Perfect. We need two. What? No, forget. We need to forget the rear wiper. Okay, I forgot the rear wiper. Alright, don't worry about it. So, anything else we should actually put on the car? You know, it's already crazy enough. It's already crazy enough. So what do you think we should actually put on the car? Yes, we need some keyholes, like to open the trunk, because well, this is 1980s and there are some keyholes. So let's put one here. And on the doors, there is one already. The front we don't need. Ah, yes, side mirrors. Wow, I totally forgot about that. Side mirrors. So let's pick something from a crazy 1980s Back to the Future movie. Yeah, let's pick some crazy 1980s style. What do you think, guys? These? No, I think these. Which one? Which one, guys, would you like to see? Square side mirrors. All right. So these are actually looking very decent. Perfect. Round. Well, which round would you like to see? Like, which one would you like really? So we can put a vote on it. Put the much higher something link. What? Put the much higher something like in the middle. What do you mean by that? Let's put the badge here on the bonnet or on the, what do you call it? The first one you picked. Really? Let's put these, for example, here. What? You mean these? Really, these? I mean, they look pretty odd. I mean, odd enough. Let's see from a like yeah, some cars had the rear view mirror like nearly to the roof. Yeah, but not this one, my friend. So what do you think? These ones? Come on, put it to the vote. These squared one, these round ones, or the previous squared ones? What do you want? Which one would you like to see on the car? Come on, put it to the vote. These round ones or the square ones? So, all right, the first one, the first vote goes to the square. Squared, second. Hmm. All right, squared it is. Sorry for whoever requested those side ones, because those round ones, because well they look a little ugly. Now let's see if we can actually mount those again, because I totally forgot how did I actually mount them. Oh yes, I remembered now. Here we go. Perfect, right? Hmm, perfect. Alright, what else, guys? What else? Come on. Did I forget to do something or to put something on the car? License plate. Should I put a license plate to the front or only the rear? Should I put only to the front or only to the rear, or which one? Only rear, I think so, yeah, because the rear looks absolutely beautiful. Let's see, this is too big. No, it's really acceptable. So let's see if we can actually put like a thin. No, that will look ugly. All right, so weld here, here they are required on the front too. Well, yeah, it's up to the country, but yeah, of course, if the country wants to put one, they will stick one, because I mean it will look ugly. Look at it. If I will put a one at the front, yeah, it will look like this. So, what do you think? Should I keep the front one or should I remove it? Voting, please. Keep or remove. Let's see which one. Keep or remove. Keep it. Alright, first vote. And yeah. How about reworking the front? What's on your mind? Keep but tilt it. What do you mean tilt? No, you can't tilt it. I know, what do you mean by reworking? Like, what's on your mind? Because what we have here, we have pop-up headlamps, but they are closed, and we have those high beam and indicators, and we have a front lip and right license plate holder, and of course the front logo. So what's the working on? And of course, remember guys, we need an antenna, because in 1980s, well, cars are using AM, FM radio, so yeah, you need to put some sort of an antenna. What do you think? Does it look nice over here, or should I change it? You can tilt it with a different button than near the delete button. Really? Alright, let's see. Here we go. This is delete button. Nothing is happening, nothing is happening. Ah, so you see, I pressed all the buttons and then I've pressed delete, unfortunately, and it got deleted. Nope. Well, let's forget about this. What is it? Was the a side single turn needed in the 60s? I don't know. Should we actually put one? Should we actually put one? No. And where should we put it to? Maybe back there, I think. Are you know the RUF RCT Evo? Well, the RUF, yes, I've seen some RUF like the yellow bird, for example, but something else, no. So anything else, guys? Come on, before we finish, what you have done a lawnmower video. What about a lawnmower challenge? All right, so the lawnmower challenge, it can work, but they will all look the same, and I promise you, like a lot of you guys will just try to put as much horsepower as possible. It will be rubbish, and all of them, I mean, they will be really really ugly to drive, and they will look absolutely the same. That's why I didn't do it. Must be up front since the while driving. Could put it down, extended. All right, up front then. Let's see, up front, up front. Which side? This side or that side? Driver's side or passenger side? Well, according to your country, has to be good handling. I mean, yeah, but the lawnmower challenge, it can work, but I always like to see your designs. I mean, I've seen some photos of the supercars, this in the supercar challenge video, or the supercars that will participate in the supercar challenge. And these cars, I mean, I've seen some crazy, beautiful designs, and that's why I love the challenges, because I can see what your crazy things can you make, what kind of beauty of cars you can make. But the lawnmower challenge, I mean, they will all look the same. I mean, yeah, it's still a lawnmower. Well, Mr. Old Engine says, hope your cousin is gets better, by the way. Oh, thank you, my friend. Well, she's out of the hospital, but unfortunately she has 3 casts, unfortunately. I think, yeah, 3 casts. So she's gonna take a while to recover. It's unfortunate. And yeah, I've seen photos of the car. I actually didn't go, and I didn't get the chance to see it, but I've seen some photos of it. It's really bad. It's really bad. Yeah, the car is completely totaled, unfortunately. Yeah, it's not really good. So it says, what, remove in the front? What do you mean remove in the front? What should I remove? So yeah, it's bad, but she's recovering. Yeah, yeah, because according to the rules, I mean, if the car is too expensive to be fixed, I mean, even if you can afford, even if you love the car, and even if you want to fix it, the government will not allow that. They will say the car is totaled, just get on with your life and leave it. Looks like an RC car now. Well, we need to use an antenna because it's 1980s car, and yeah, there are no small antennas. I mean, if I want, I can put a small antenna, but it will not be 1980s, unfortunately. So come on, guys, the last detail, which is the antenna. Should I put an antenna or should I leave it without it, or what? Let's put it to the vote. The last antenna. Which one? This one? This one is modern, my friend. This is not 1980s. This is a modern antenna, not. This is a modern one. Can't be 80s. The only antenna that can work, which is this one, in the 80s. This one, because yeah, antennas back then, they were huge. I mean, that's the only thing that I can put it here. We have already made a full 1.5 liter 3-cylinder Dragon engine. I don't think so. No, I don't think I did this engine. Oh, thank you, Mr. PLK or PIK. All right, so let's move on. Everything I think is done. Car's ready. Ooh. So that's the only option we can go with. Longitudinal rear wheel drive. That's the only. Yeah, that's the only option. No all-wheel drive, no 4x4, nothing. Alright, manual gearbox, of course. Gated shifter, of course. 5-speed. Ooh, 284. That's quick in 1980s. 284 kilometers per hour. Let's push it to 306. Let's try 30 for a start. No, no limited slip differential. That's gonna be ugly. It's okay. Open differential. Wow. Radial, of course. Sport compound tires. Let's say 225s. Oh, they are huge. So 220s at the front. And we need actually to push the rear fenders a little out to allow fatter tires. Let's start with 235s. 15-inch rims. Yeah, that's 1980s. Alloy or magnesium? Alright, magnesium. No. I went with. Don't worry, my friend. I mean, it's obvious. It's a common sense. It's a common sense to put a manual gearbox in it. It's a very common sense. I mean, you can't use automatic here. It will be rubbish. Ventilated discs, 3 pistons. The best brakes, of course. Solid 2 pistons. Maybe it will work. Of course, magnesium. Oh, of course, magnesium, my friend. Moving on, fully clad. Let's say 53, 100 here. Moving on, 2 seats, sport. Standard 8-track. Variable hydraulic. Standard 70s. Progressive twin tube. Perfect. It's a hypercar. And this thing oversteers like there is no tomorrow. So we need to play with the tires to allow less of course less oversteer. Fatter rear tires. $200, 245s. Yeah, don't worry about that, my friends. Alright, now I'm just trying to fix the rear suspension. Standard is much better. Alright, here we go. Killing the oversteer. No rear sway bars. Okay. Killing the oversteer a little bit hard. Unfortunately, it's gonna take a little force, but who cares? Wow, this thing is gonna be absolutely playful. Or handful, as they call it. Absolutely beautiful so far. Alright, now the aerodynamics. Let's see. Now this is the rear wing, which actually is pushing so hard. 51.4, 51.6. That is actually huge. Now the front lip. The front lip is actually functional, which is really cool. 52. Wow, that's actually too much. Not much actually. Not much is actually happening, but it's working. I mean, that's 100%. Let's see. Awesome. 2 minutes 11. That's quick. 2.8% wheel spin. Like right out of the box. 4.4 seconds. Oh, that's quick. 4.2 seconds. Here we go. 4.2 seconds from 0 to 100. That is actually quick. Yeah, the sound of the 80s. 4.2 seconds. A little extra overdrive, I'll admit that. But let's try and reduce it like this. Oh, that's bad. No. Let's go back. Yep. Come on, come on. Yeah, 4.2 seconds. I'll keep it this way. This way is much better. Low MPG and even low power. Yes, I know 6.8 miles to the gallon, but remember we only have 500 horsepower. 500. Oh, look at the top speed. Top speed is rubbish. Let's see. Top speed. 15, 16, 200. I mean, this is rubbish. It says here 237 kilometers per hour, and the speed we have reached on the straight line was 239, and it can do much more. And what? 385 millimeters wide tires in the back. Well, I want to put really wide tires on it. It will have to get fat. I mean, really fat. I mean, look at this. It will get like this. How much? 385. Wow, it's not enough. I mean, look at this. This is right now. This is 285. 285, and it's fat. Really fat this way. Yeah, that is really fat. And this thing understeers like those. There is no more. There is no tomorrow. So more fatter front tires. 225, 285. Gonna get my lasagna lunch. Right, be right back. Take your time. So 4.2 seconds, still quick, but I really don't like the final drive. The final drive is too much. 8%. That is too much. Make ultralight 400 kilos. No, well, not in 1980s. What's the top speed now? 238. It's still low. I really don't understand why. So 4.1 seconds, but 19% wheel spin. So which one should I aim for, guys? Come on, vote. Which one should I aim for? Should I aim for the quickest 0 to 100 time, but with really super wheel spin, or should I go with very low wheel spin and a little slower 0 to 100 time? Which one, guys, should I go with? The lowest 0 to 100 time, or would you like to have it safe and sound? Alright, it says safe. So safe, like 9% wheel spin, and the top speed is very close to the estimated top speed, so it can do 248, it says here. I mean, look at this, guys. The only difference is 4.1 seconds or 4.2 seconds. The 4.1 seconds, it will get 19% wheel spin. The 4.2 seconds, it will get 9.9% wheel spin. So it's a difference of 10%. My country time now is actually 10:09 p.m. It's 10 p.m. at night, so it's still early. Let's adjust the sway bars. Less front sway bars. This way it can get light, and we can have Little extra love. Alright, so what do you think, guys? I think this thing is ready. Right? 248 kilometers per hour, although this is wrong. I mean, the car can reach higher than this. Yes, the car is not really ready because the brakes are fading like there is no tomorrow, and I hate brake fading so much. 300 millimeters. I prefer pad type. Alright, let's balance the brakes. Making sure the brakes are balanced. Alright. A lot of the brakes is going to the rear side of the car. Wow, 50-50. 50-50 is the brake base. Say time and country. Well, 10 p.m. or let's see correctly, 10-11 p.m. Saudi Arabia. Car 500 kilograms weight. Mr. Samo Sarkar or Samo Srakar. So Mr. Samo, yes, I made the diet. You can check the video if you want on my channel. The diet 240, sorry, 262, I think, something like this, kilograms. Yeah. So let's see, quicker or slower? 211, 210. All right, so the car is now quicker. Perfect. 4.2 seconds from 0 to 100, 248, but no, it can get higher than this, don't worry about it. No brake fading. The downforce is a little rubbish at the front, so let's try and add something else to the front to allow more downforce. Back with milk. Okay. We need a fatter front lip. No, it looks rubbish this way. Let's see if by doing that we can actually make a difference. Alright, let's see if this will make a difference. No, still the same thing. Yeah, a little better. What says here needs another wang. Brake fade is really annoying in automation, but just as annoying as the brake strength being too strong. Yeah, you need to find the silver lining between sometimes if you hate warning lights, you need to find the balance, and you can sometimes. In most cars you can do that. I know Arabia for off-road or something. Yeah, people here like to go off-roading sometimes. Lowest 0 to 100. I mean, the lowest one was 4.1 seconds, but 19% wheel spin. So that's pretty much undrivable. And now it's 9%, but it's 4.2 seconds instead of 4.1. Another wang. Let's see if we can actually put another one. Here we go. So we have a double-sided, what do they call it? Lip, front lip. Here we go. Let's see if this will make a difference. Yep. Huge difference. The downforce at top speed is too high. Okay, let's see. Which one do they mean? The rear one? Yes, the rear one. And the car actually is pretty much uncontrollable at high speeds. Okay. How much we can push the... Oh, here we go. So 93. Alright, this one. Alright, this way is good, is better now. Alright, here we go. We have now some proper downforce, front and rear. As you can see, 39.5 kilograms to the front, 104 kilograms to the rear tires. Perfect. Let's see if we got close, faster or slower. Now it's 2 minutes 10.76. Ooh, slower. So the downforce actually slowed the car. Let's see now, 86. Let's try 70 for example. Ah, quicker as you can see. All right. Let's see 75. 1076. Okay. Nope. Rubbish. Get back to the 70s. Alright, 2 minutes 1076. That's the quickest one. Perfect for a racer challenge. Which one? How about making a car with the longest 0 to 100 but it has to get there eventually, otherwise it's disqualified. Sounds like a challenge for the chat room. Hmm. We can do that. We can do that, but it will be quicker. This challenge, the slowest 0 to 100 time, I will think about it. If I can make it works, if I can make it work, why not? We can make it. Or maybe the quickest 0 to 100 time. Let's see if you can design a car with the quickest 0 to 100 time, like a drag racing car maybe, with the quickest 0 to 100 time. I mean, what kind of 0 to 100 time you can go? Okay. Also, that's not my name, Bahar. My name is Bshar, but it's okay. Do you think BeamNG doesn't have enough grip? Like, do you think cars are too slidey? Well, if you have too much horsepower, yes, they will slide easily. And if your gearbox is not really tuned to perfection, yes, it will be very slidey. But no, if your car suspension was tuned to understeer, no, the car will get super grippy and super understeery. So it's up to the car. It's up to the settings, my friend. You can be super slidey and you can be super grippy. Or a first or a single geared supercar like a Koenigsegg. Can you actually do that? No, I think two gears are the minimum ratios. You can't go a single gear. Unfortunately, Mr. Charlie, you can't go a single gear. I mean, the minimum is two gears. But I like the idea. If you actually remember, like what there was I think in Gran Turismo 4, there was like an American company that made a really weird looking boxy car with like rockets on the back of it, with only two gears or maybe three gears. I think two gears, and you can tune it to 1,000 horsepower. I remember that, but this thing accelerates really slow because yeah, first and second gear, but it can reach like 460 kilometers per hour. Really, it's like a Bugatti Veyron but with only two gears. It accelerates really slow, but when the engine gets going, nothing can stop it. Yeah, I think it was called I don't know, Chirpal, something like this. I don't know. When I find it, I will send a picture on Discord so you can know what kind of car I'm talking about. A two-geared car, only two gears. You can tune it to 1,000 horsepower, looking like a rocket ship. Really good, really weird. It starts with C and H, the company names. Chirpal, something like this. I don't know. So, what else? So the fluid flywheel can slip a little. I don't know. Who knows? All right, let me show you the car, guys. Let me show you. I think I can Google. Let's see if I can Google it. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see if we can actually Google it. Let's see. It's called what? Chirpal. Let's try this name, for example. Chirpal, for example. Cars. No, not cheap cars. Let's try Gran Turismo 4. I really want to search for it. Not cheats, no. I really forgot about the car. Wow, it's been a very very long time since I played. I think it should be like this, maybe EA. No, not the cheap car. All right, let's try. All right, let's try weird cars. For example, weird cars. Gran Turismo 4. I mean, I really want to show you the car so you can really understand what kind of car I'm talking about. Which one? The 10 worst cars of Gran Turismo. I don't know if we can actually find it here. Ton, no, no, none of these. Really, can you guys remember it? Do you remember the car that I'm talking about? It's a really weird car, boxy, American made. Let's see, American cars, for example. I really want to show you. All American Championship, no. Car list. Let's see if we can find it here. 8 now. What is it? 7 happy people and 1 is not. Really? 1 is not. Who is that one? Oh, this one, this one. This one, guys. Hello? This one. This is the company. It's Chaparral. That's the company. Let me show you. Yeah. Those are the cars. They have 2 crazy cars. Alright, here we go. No. This one. It's called the Charpal 2J70. This one. This thing I think only has, look at it, it has a Chevrolet big block V8. You can tune it to 1000 horsepower. And yeah, this thing I think had 2 gears, 2 or maybe 3 gears. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this thing has only 2 gears or maybe 3 gears. Look at the engine, 7.6 liter or 7.7 liter. That's a huge engine. You can turbocharge it to 1000 horsepower, but this thing accelerates really slow, but it can fly. It can go like 460, 70 kilometers per hour with nitrous on. So this thing is really mad. Really mad. And I love this car so much. I mean, it looks very crazy. Let's see if we can find some real pictures of this car, not game pictures. Let's see. What did I search for? Alright, here we go. No, not bookmark, you idiot. Yeah, here we go. So this is the real car. Look at it. So this is the real deal. Yes, check out the back. This is the back of the car. This is the back of the car. Look, it looks like a rocket ship. Look at that. I mean, what's that? What does that car looks? Look at it. Where are the rear tires? They are behind this metal wall here. I mean, this thing looks like a really mad car. Absolutely amazing. I drove this thing like I don't know how many times in Gran Turismo. The computer's lagging a bit. That's to SUCC Air. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Looks like a power supply on wheels. Yeah, I mean, this thing is an absolute beast. Look at it. This is another picture of it. Look at those. Look at the rear. Absolutely magnificent. Really weird. Absolutely weird, but this thing drove very fast. This is another picture like with the engine. Maybe the engine. Look at the exhausts. That big block V8. Look at it. Wow, what a car! And this thing, according to this website here, the Gran Turismo Wiki, it says it was designed in 1967. Look for the what? Brabham. What's that car? Let's search for it. Brabham BT46B. Here we go. Alright, Braham BT64B. It looks like an open wheel car. Oh, look at that. What's that? What a thing at the rear end. Same design, I think. Look at it. We have under trays, side skirts, radiator. Look at the radiator. Wow, it's here. What is this? Boxer engine, I think. And a fan. This is like a fan sucking the air from there to back there. That is an absolute beautiful design. Use the same concept as the. Wow, that's cool. It wasn't the band because I don't know actually. I really don't. I really don't follow the whole idea of this thing, but I really love the design of this thing. I mean, it's really weird. Look at this. Look at those pictures. They are not opening. So yeah, I love this car so much, and the reason that I opened the topic, and I've showed you that car because I've been reading like designing a single geared supercar, and I really want to design something close to it. Like really, I want to make a challenge very soon of designing something that can go super high top speed with only 2 gears. I want to see if we can actually make something close to that car. Why not? Yeah. No ban. The owner decided not to race. Alright. So our car is ready here. Let's move on to BeamNG.Drive and see how this beautiful car can go. And yes, it can go 250 kilometers per hour now. So yes, goal achieved. But it can go, I think, much harder than this. Let's go back again over the settings, make sure the car is absolutely perfect. 273. Right. No, I want to go 4.3, 4.2 is good. 11%, still 250. Alright, let's export this car here and let me show you what I did with other cars. It won the Swedish Grand Prix, but after the owner said it overkills and not used it. That's a shame actually. So let's export this to BeamNG. I mean, I love the design of that car. Really weird, really awesome, and yeah, I really love. And I really want to see something close in the automation game. Car name, viewer, Countach ish, and the trim, Countach ish. All right, here we go. Export. So yeah, so that's pretty much for that car. It's really awesome. I've played so many hours on the Gran Turismo 4 on my PlayStation 2. Like the CD is where it has. I mean, it's completely destroyed. You can't actually use the CD anymore. Although it was very sad for me to lose that CD when I of course when it completely got destroyed because too many hours of usage and too many heat is has flown through it, because as we all know PlayStation 2 gets overheated quickly. So yeah, that CD got destroyed. So which were actually who actually owned a PlayStation 2? One of you guys, come on guys, which one of you guys owned a PlayStation 2? Any one of you guys owned a PlayStation 2 or maybe had a PlayStation 2 before? Now this is a problem with BeamNG.Drive. It always starts like that. Slim, same as mine. Overheated all the time. Like a lot of problems happened because of the heat, and I made a lot of solutions just to keep it cold. As you can see, I'm playing with the resolution because I have a single fat error with BeamNG.Drive. It doesn't want to stay full screen and 1920 by 1080. So I had to full screen it, minimize it, full screen it, minimize it until it finally works. That's a bug, I think. 60, come on, work. Oh my god, this thing doesn't want to go full screen. 1080p. Look at it. It only goes full screen with 4K. I don't want to play on 4K. I don't want to destroy my graphics card. But stupid game. I'm not the best live streamer on YouTube. Oh, here we go. But yeah, I always like to fix my problems, with you guys, because well, we are like an open big family, so why not? Alright, so let's go to the automation test track and see how this thing will perform. Yeah, I think the most games that I played on my PlayStation 2 was Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Gran Turismo 4, and I don't know what else did I play. Need for Speed, like I've played a lot of Need for Speed, Underground, Underground 2, Most Wanted, Carbon, Pro Street. I've played all these. Yeah, what's happening? Why is this? Why the game is loading so slow? All right, I think it's working. So let's load our car and see if it will actually drive as it promised us. Let's see. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Where's our yellow crazy car? Here we go. Viewers contact ish. Look at that. Unfortunately, we can't open the pop-up headlights. Maybe in future updates. Sounds very good. No, no burnout. Okay. Yes, no ABS, remember that. Oh, somehow it's stable. Being careful. Wow, you can actually push the throttle. That's new. That's refreshing for a rear-wheel drive car. Drives nicely. Who would have believed? Understeers a little bit, but it's stable. It's quick too. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm genuinely impressed. I thought this thing would be undrivable. And the brakes are actually working perfectly. No ABS. But remember, we have an open differential. Open differential sometimes helps, like keeping it in control. Limited slip differential sometimes makes the car... Oh, look at the understeer. So yeah, an open differential sometimes helps. Wow, this is actually a much better car to drive than my latest creation. My latest creation with rear-wheel drive and super downforce is pretty much undrivable. 600 horsepower, 900 kilograms. Actually very good. Hello Mr. Auto Game. So Mr. Vlad says rear-wheel drive are good to drive with some downforce, but this one understeers unlike the ones I sent you that are tires shredding machines and perfect sideways action. This one, yes, this one understeers because I think we have a little fat tires to the front, and we have some extra downforce on the front tires. But it's very drivable. It doesn't understeer unless, of course, you steer it really hard. What are the cars, Mr. Merlin? Oops. Did you actually damage it? Yeah, a little bit. So let's reset the car. Alright, I will see them and send them to you. Let's go to the handling circuit. Alright, here we go. Can you imagine a Lamborghini Countach doing a handling lap? That's impossible. Lamborghini Countaches were very good to look at, not really good to drive, unfortunately, according to James May's words, not mine. Nice, it's grippy, it's really balanced, it's not really scary to drive. I really like it. We have to solve the understeering a little bit, but I mean, first real drive in BeamNG, it's very impressive. And it's quick. It's not bad, really not bad. Oops, no ABS, I forgot. Yes, a little understeer, we have to fix that. But this thing is actually not that bad. Yeah, it actually handles pretty good. There is a little understeer. There is a little bit understeer, but we can fix that with applying a little less downforce to the front, and maybe a little extra negative camber. It can fix the problem. But as a first drive, you know, the first ever drive in BeamNG.Drive, it's actually driving very nicely. The gear is actually not that long because Mr. Auto Games, if I put them a little shorter, we will have so much wheel spin, like 19-20% wheel spin, and then this thing will be just uncontrollable. I mean, right now it's on 11.3%, I think. So with more percentage of wheel spin, this thing will just be, yeah, you can't really use the power. Let's see if it actually. Do you think we can do a donut with it? Oh yes, I forgot. We have an open differential. We have an open differential, so yeah, not much donuts we can do, and not much action we can actually do. So yeah, using an open differential, we can actually. Yeah, unfortunately, in 1980s. Like, you can't have a limited slip differential. But actually the open differential works pretty nicely on the track. But if you want to have a drift missile, yeah, you need an unlimited slip differential. Second gear 120, third gear 175. Wow. Brakes are very impressive actually. I like the brakes so much. 500 horsepower is more than enough. We can have 550, but I mean, it seems appropriate really. Cornering at 160. Yeah, don't forget no ABS, so little extra brakes on the corners will result in understeering. So you need to be gentle with the brakes. Awesome. Sounds very awesome too. Really good. So it says you can have a drift car without a limited slip differential, but it will be extremely unpredictable and not easy to drive sideways. True. That's why most drift enthusiasts they will always go to a cheap method of locking your differential, which is of course welding your differential. And of course, living with a welded differential is not really easy. It's hard. But yeah, it's but a lot of drift enthusiasts they love to do it, which is welding your rear differential, and it's cheap to have a drift missile car, but yeah, it's not really reliable. It says take it to the gravel circuit. I mean, what can we actually learn from the gravel circuit in this? Because this car is very low. I mean, it's not really low. It's not 2018 low, but it's 1980s low, I think. Going to the gravel circuit. This thing handles very nicely. Alright. Well, I've never actually driven a welded differential car. I mean, those are not my words. Those are actually Car Throttle YouTube channel words. I mean, there's a special video they did specifically on driving a car with a welded diff. Yeah, the hopping, the banging, it's not really appropriate, but yeah, you can watch the video. Gravel circuit test drive. Oh, unpredictable. So yes, you can slide it a little bit. It's not really safe, but yeah. Nothing on this car is for off-road usage, but oops, as I've mentioned before, nothing on this car is for off-road usage. Not the tires, not the gearbox, not even the engine. I mean, the torque, it's not really off-road friendly. But so far it's coping not bad. Remember, this is rear-wheel drive. It's not bad. Fun to drive. Oops, no. Oh, that was very close. So yeah, it's really fun. You can actually power slide it, but you need to be really careful. Like a tiny mistake, and you can just wrap it around the tree. awesome. So it did survive. It did survive. This thing actually survived in 2 laps around the off-road or around the gravel circuit. It was awesome, awesome indeed. So take a 3-cylinder or a 5-cylinder car, well different ultimate drift. Yes, we've seen that ultimate drift, 10 out of 10. Do you guys have the national manufacturers of cars in Saudi Arabia? There are some plans actually. To be honest, I've read in the newspaper like last year that Toyota actually is planning to open a car assembly manufacturers here. But no, actually we don't actually produce any cars. I'm not Saudi. I'm Syrian, but actually to give you a special news about cars, there is actually an assembly manufacturer in Syria for Kia cars. Like 2 weeks ago, I saw a report on TV that Kia, the Korean manufacturers, opened an assembling factory in Syria for assembling like small hatchbacks, medium four-door sedans in Syria, which is really, I'm really proud of that. And it's really cool. I mean, no, we are not making cars, but it's really cool to have something special like that. I mean, Kia, I mean, they don't really make the best cars, but it's still a nice thing actually. So it says here by Mr. Vlad. Now that gave me an idea. A petrol car that can be nearly silent with lots of torque in the first revs. Also, super flat curve, and if possible, reduce emissions. That can actually be possible. You need a very low RPM engine, and you need, I don't know how can we make it like the smallest turbo possible that can push all of its boost on very low RPM, and yeah, make the most silent exhaust system ever. Yeah, reduce the emission by using maybe hypercast pistons. It can work. So what do you think about this car, guys? What do you think about this little beast here? Oh, yeah, I remember it. Alright, let's test his car. Alright, so we have tried this car, we have tried our Lamborghini Countach. Tell me what do you think about it. And now let's test his 86 miles to the gallon car. Alright, let's shut down BeamNG.Drive. Yeah, let's shut down BeamNG.Drive and download his car. Well, where is Discord? Here we go, this is Discord. So as you can see, these are all the cars that have participated. And where is the car? I didn't go with too many details. Which one? Which one, Mr. Gary M? No, right now, guys, don't send me anything unless, of course, you wrote a complete description, so I don't actually mix it with other cars. For the live video. Sorry, I didn't notice that. Sorry, I didn't notice that. So download. Here we go. Download. Save. Let's save it. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's see what are. Here we go. Let's get the cut. Let's put it on. Where's the documents? Documents, my games, automation, import, paste. There we go. Now let's launch automation game and check his car. I'll send you a car for you to test if that's okay. Well, you can send cars if you want now, but why not? So it says what? Repeat, please. Repeat what? Oh, police are actually driving quickly downstairs. So here we go. This thing was imported correctly. Perfect. Let's check it. So here we go. The GM Very Eco 86 miles to the gallon. 100 kilometers equals 60 miles 1 gallon 4 liters. Okay. So first glance, before I see anything else, this thing is very low on power, and this thing is very lightweight, not supremely lightweight, but very lightweight. 85 miles per gallon, not really safe, not really comfortable at all. Yeah, so it's a project cars. Let's start from the beginning. This is the car. It's a tiny hatchback with a, what are these? So the exhausts are here, which is a weird design. Yeah. So what do you think about it? It's not my car, but yeah, tell me what do you think about it, really. Push rods, double wishbone, carbon fiber. So the engine is inline 4. 32 mile, 32.8. My friend, you can do higher than this. Really, you can do much higher than this. Yeah, so lightweight titanium. And yeah, let's start with something simple. Using lightweight forged, yes, it's light, but remember, you can go with low friction, my friend. Look at this. This is your first ever mistake. You have chosen low. You have chosen low or lightweight forged. Yes, they are super lightweight, but go with low friction. Look at this. Go with low friction. You will have 36.5% instead of 32.8. 36.5. Look at the difference. Yeah, that's the first thing to do. Second thing. Let's see, 12.6 to 1. That's huge. And yes, of course, more compression means more fuel efficiency. Yeah, but no, that's not correct. Really, I promise you. Look at this. So this thing used to be 36.5%, right? Now, let's reduce this to 10.01, just a start. Put a turbocharger on it, ball bearing, and reduce the intercooler. Let's see, I will show you. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. 36.5, 36.5, just a moment, here we go. Now the compressor size, 37, 37.8, 38.1, 38.3, 38.5, here we go, 38.5. Now, air ratio. Alright, 38.6. Crashed. The game didn't want me to go any more efficient. How rubbish of the game. So yeah, you can actually make more fuel efficiency and you can make more power. You can make more fuel efficiency and you can make more power, more torque. Yeah, my friend, yeah, I saw that you sent your car. Just give me a moment to fix this one, Mr. ADAX X. Just give me a moment to fix this one, please. And then I will go and check your car. Don't worry, I'm not gonna leave your car. Let's go back. Let's go back and fix that engine. Mine is 90 miles to the gallon. I remember I made a car before. I don't know, you can check it actually on my channel. I don't know, I forgot. Let's see. Let's try and reduce the intercooler size. 38.9, 39, 39.1. I don't want to choke the engine to death. Yeah, that's proper. Okay, now air ratio. Yes, I know I'm killing some horsepower of the engine, but this way we are using less fuel. Alright, boost now. We don't need too much boost. Here we go. Now, ignition timing. Let's save the game so it won't crash. Let's go to the compression ratio, bump the compression. 40, as you can see, 40% fuel efficiency. Now that's a proper thing. Now that is a proper thing. So, I'm using 100. Okay, so 100. Actually, if you want to go even super efficient, you can use a race intake manifold. And let's see, race intake manifold. No, this will not affect it, so don't worry about that. And we don't actually need that much RPM. We really don't need that much RPM, really. Like 6,000 RPM will do the job just fine. 41.1. Here you go. Stop here. Bump the compression ratio. 41.5. Let's see. 41.6. Here we go. I mean, if I want to focus more, can you make a 120 horsepower engine? On this engine, no. If I want to keep this engine, efficient, like this, 41.6, no, I can't make with this size of the engine because the size is so tiny, only 1.1 liter in the engine. And look at the emissions, 22 points only. I mean, super low on emissions, and using a better catalytic converter actually made a huge difference. So let's use less boost. Yes, I know less boost means less torque, less horsepower, but yeah, to a certain point. Like so. Now let's use a smaller exhaust diameter. No, not that much. Yeah, like that. 42.1%. Mr. Nasri, I sent my car to the competition, but during the import process they cover that there's a bug. The wheel arches of the car are returned to its original position. My nickname is Nasri on Discord. Okay, I will see what I can do. Not now, when I of course get the car. And of course, since you are using plus 15 quality, you can use plus 5 quality here. You can use whatever you want to use of this engine. I mean, it's gonna take years, as you can see. So since it's a pretty, since it's a project engine, yeah, you can go higher than this. You can go much higher than this. Now let's adjust the cam profile. 42.5, 11.0 to 1, 11.1 to 1. You can go really high, like 42.7 right now. I said, my friend, on this engine, no, you can't push 120 horsepower unless you want to sacrifice fuel efficiency. Yes, remove the mufflers. Perfect. Remove the catalytic converters, maybe. Yeah, we can do that. I mean, it's still clean. It's still really clean. The engine is really clean, burning like really clean. 43.2%. All right. Let's shove this engine. Ho ho, 96.1 miles to the gallon. The same car, the same everything so far. Yeah, so we need higher top speed to get better mileage. So the estimated top speed on this car is 190. So far, look at this. Look at that. And the game crashed again. At exactly 120 miles to the gallon. Yes, my friends, Mr. ADAX X. Yes, we are running in your territory, my friend. 120 miles to the gallon. The same car, the same car that Mr. Who made this car? Mr. Gary M, I think. So the same car Mr. Gary M said, made, and we are running in your territory, Mr. ADAX X. 120 miles per gallon. And the stupid game crashed again. So let's get back here. So as you can see, of course with more top speed or with more final drive, you can get super high, like miles to the gallon. As you can see, with longer gears, less wheel spin, you will of course get quicker 0 to 100 time until a certain point. 123.6, 7.6 seconds. I mean, it's a beast. It's a beast now. It's a little tiny beast. Gear limited slip differential, yes, to help the acceleration. Yeah. So it's pretty much awesome right now. Let's see, hard long life tires. This thing wants to understeer like a bugger. So let's fix that. 1.4 liter, 275 horsepower. Mr. Sama, what are you talking about? Like, you want a performance engine, or you want a super engine, or you want an efficient engine? What do you want? What are you talking about, really? Explain it to me, please. What kind of engine you're talking about when you are talking about at that level of horsepower and that level of tiny performance engine. 1.4 liter, 275 horsepower. You can go even higher. 275 horsepower and with a performance engine. Yes, you can go much higher than this. Let's go with normal, my friend, and then add more front camber, 1.5 degree, and some less negative camber like this, for example. Perfect. Now this thing can drive in an appropriate way, at least. Yeah, this is as close as it will get. Yeah, keep it lightweight. Perfect. So as you can see, it's 124.1 miles to the gallon right now. So Mr. Gary M, I've just upgraded your car. I hope that you are fine with it. Although everything is on plus 15 quality, which I really don't understand why. Yes, of course, bumping the brake airflow to 100% will of course reduce the miles to the gallon, but yeah. But of course, remember, you can put fully clad on it and push it to 131.7. Putting cooling flaps on it, 132.5 miles to the gallon. No, I just got a file, Mr. Nairis. I just got a file from a viewer. Says he made like an 85 miles to the gallon car, and I upgraded his same engine, the same. I mean, the car itself is pretty much still the same. I upgraded it from an 85 miles to the gallon car to a 132.5 miles to the gallon car. i6 out of a BMW 140 Mi. Alright, specs please if you want to see it. Wow, that's actually decent. 133.3. Yeah, let's give it a little bit overdrive. I don't want to make it super overdrivey. So 209, 100 and yes, 134 miles to the gallon. Where is Mr. Gary M? Yeah, here we go. Mr. Drive it now. Yeah. The same car. Look at it. Same tire. I mean, yes, it looks a little ugly right now. I mean, look at the tires. I mean, they look really ugly. I don't really like the shape of the car. Looks boxy. Yeah, but it can go from 0 to 100 in 7 seconds. It can do like, yeah. So since we have tiny brakes, really tiny brakes, let's see which one actually so drums are actually lighter. So we need like extra. All right, so 100%. Oh, nope. I don't want it. Let's keep it this way. Balancing the brakes, keeping everything super tidy. So it can stop actually, because you want to stop the car. Interior. Interior, we can go single seat to save weight. I mean, it's the safety is already rubbish, so you can go like this, or you can go none if you want. I mean, it's already rubbish, and go without. I mean, of course, ABS actually ABS should add weight, but as you can see, it's not adding weight at all. So yeah, keep it like this. What else? What else? What else? Thanks for the answer. What? I have a car like this, but it's in the green zone. Yes, of course. If you are built, if, I mean, if I want to make a challenge, Mr. Nairis, if I want to make a challenge in the future, like an eco car challenge, I like design the most eco car. Of course, I will be putting, I'll be of course putting a market, and of course I want you to keep it in the green. Yeah, but this is like a concept right now. This the car that I'm working on. It's like a concept. It's not really a production car. But in the future, if I want to design a car, for to of course for a production run, of course it will be much different than this. It's not going to be the same. It's going to be a production car. It's going to be a real car. Because well, this is rubbish. I mean, I don't no offense, Mr. Gary M, but this is, I mean, this is super, like, look at it, super unnatural. All right, so we have the car now. This thing can do 135.8 miles to the gallon. Let's export it. How much horsepower can an 0.5 liter engine can take? Well, you can push it actually to 200 horsepower, but it will be super laggy, running super rich, super fuel, super much. I mean, really, so much fuel is going in it. It will not be really a proper engine. But if you're wondering how this thing will perform, how this thing will drive, well, let's find out. Hello, Mr. Panda God. That's a weird username, but hello, Mr. Panda. All right, welcome, my friend. Yeah, 100 RON. Yes, I know. This thing is running like on expensive fuel. This thing is extremely expensive. I know that, believe me. But this is like a concept. Let's see how 135.8 miles to the gallon actually how it will drive. For God's sake, this thing is an absolute pain in the butt. Just to fix the resolution. Each time I launch this game, I mean the resolution is just playing games with me. Alright, here we go. Freedom. Let's see, automation test track, starting line. So, how much horsepower? I already said that. Are you Dutch? Well, answer him. Mine is rear-wheel drive. At least that is a positive quality. Rear-wheel drive, I think it's heavier, my friend, Mr. Vlad. Rear-wheel drive with an economical car, I mean, it will get heavier, unfortunately. So let's drive it. Where is it? Where is that tiny fuel-sipping hatchback? Where is it? Wow, I made a lot of cars, and I really can't. Search for it. Ah, here we go. So this is it, 135.8 miles to the gallon. Oh, this thing wheel spins and everything. Drives weird. Drives really, really weird. It's like using bicycle tires. It's not really the most efficient when it comes to handling, but it's not bad. It's really, really not bad. Yes, understeers, I know. But when it comes to acceleration, it's actually... wow. 135 miles to the gallon. That's actually decent. Look at it, it's quick. 140, 150, 160, 70, 135 miles to the gallon. Hello, Tesla. I mean, of course, Tesla uses zero fuel, but I mean, look at it. It's better than a hybrid. This thing is better than a hybrid. And it's definitely better to drive than a Prius, I think. But of course the Prius is much better looking. 135 miles to the gallon. Who can believe that? I'm sorry, I'm not really paying any attention, and let's just cut some corners. Yeah! Look at this thing. I mean, yes, it drives really weird. Absolutely weird, but you can pull the handbrake. You can do so. Oh, yep. You just crashed it, and let's see. It's still working fine. Nice. I'm really impressed. It's fun. It's torquey. Oh yeah. Front wheel drive power. And of course, green power. Oops. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the eco car, as you can see. This thing will not consume any fuel. I mean, look at it. Looks weird, I know. So, make a monster truck maybe. The brakes are so hot, really? I haven't noticed. Let's see, the brakes, are the brakes actually fading? I haven't noticed. Well, yes, they are 200 and something degrees, but are they actually fading? I haven't noticed actually. And stop. So yes, as you can see, using 0 or 1 brake airflow, the brakes will keep on running at 300, something like this. So if you are actually driving the car on the track for a very long time, the brakes will overheat eventually. But since I'm stopping and driving, stopping and driving, stopping and driving, the brakes are getting cooled. But if you are running like a constant, like non-stop lap times and everything, yes, they will overheat and they will start to fade. So brake airflow is very important. So yeah, because I always see people are mocking the brake airflow and the engine airflow, but these two things are very important. So please don't mock them. Make a monster truck. I already have one if you want to drive it. Why is better all-wheel drive, not 4x4? Well, Mr. Samo, all-wheel drive, you can drive it on the street. It's lighter than 4x4, and you can drive it with high speeds. You can actually drive it with very high speeds, on the road and also off the road. But 4x4, it's not really for cornering. It's not really for taking a corner while engaging 4x4. 4x4 is only used for off-road machines, that when you are stuck in a mud hole or something and you want to get off and get out of this situation, you can engage 4x4 to get extra grip on low speeds. Yeah, that's why all-wheel drive is better, because all-wheel drive, well, you can use it on the road, off the road, you can corner with it, you can go rally driving with it. But of course, you can't crawl, like use it for rock crawling, or use it for sand dunes or anything. So every single drive type has its own pros and cons. So it's up to the driver, and it's up to the situation to decide which one is better. But all-wheel drive, you can use it everywhere. 4x4, you can use it on the street, but I mean, why? All right, so awesome. It says here, but if you want a Toyota Hilux 4x4 horse, wow. Well, unfortunately, yes. I think I need to go too, but let's try some things before we actually finish the video, because I mean, it's getting really late and it's nearly 4 hours. So let's try some things, just a little thing before we actually finish the video. So my previous so as you can see, I made some rear-wheel drive car like yesterday, or maybe the day before. Let me show it to you before I close the video. Yeah, here we go. This is the Tiala Racer. It's rear-wheel drive too. This one is rear-wheel drive too. As you can see, I made it like 2 days ago. It's rear-wheel drive, naturally aspirated 4.6 liter V8 engine making 600 horsepower, and it's really beautiful. It's awesome to drive, but it's really dangerous to drive. Really dangerous. You have to be really careful with it. Yeah. No, it's not really based on the Crown Vic. Yes, it has the same bore and stroke for the 4.6 modular Ford engine, but it's a flat plane engine, and it's really awesome. And 9,000 RPM. So the car started in life as rear-wheel drive, and it was very scary to drive, very awesome to drive. And then I thought to myself, well, let's switch it to all-wheel drive, and then this is what happened. Yep. It's a pretty fast track car now. And check out the cornering speed. This thing can corner at 250-260 kilometers per hour. This thing can achieve 1.5 something like this G. So it's a pretty beast. Sequential gearbox, of course. Wow, what a beauty, right? So what do you think about this beast here? What do you think about the Tiala Racer? This is a, as you can see, a coupe model, a carbon fiber body, of course, carbon fiber chassis. But this car was made with maximum +5 quality. Not on everything. Most of the parts were 0 quality, and the chassis is only +2 quality. The body is 0 quality, but the engine, the exhaust is +5 quality only. The camshaft is well +1 quality only. And yeah, it's a flat plane, 90 degrees, 8-cylinder engine, making 630 horsepower and 400 and I forgot, maybe 50 something like this pound-feet of torque. All-wheel drive, sequential gearbox, as you have shown, screams like a Ferrari engine, and accelerates, I don't know, as I quite remember, 2.1 seconds from 0 to 100 time. 2.1 seconds, like that's like a superbike territory for a car. That is an absolute beast, and this is absolutely like 100% a track car. I mean, there are no comfort features in it, no stereo, nothing. A single seat, single uh, 5 point something harness as they call it. So it's a true beast, really. Of course, you have headlights and have tail lights, and of course, if you have reverse lights and everything, it's a proper racing car. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. So what do you think about it, guys? Yeah, a Crown Vic engine on steroids. Yeah, that's yeah, pretty much it. I mean, really, but I mean, I don't know how you can change an engine from cross plane to a flat plane. I mean, you have to change, I think, the crankshaft, the way the ignition works. But yeah, it's the same bore and stroke, the same design, but of course you have double overhead camshafts, yeah, and direct fuel injection, throttle per cylinder, and this engine it's running on performance intake, not race intake, performance, because I want an air filter and I don't want to destroy the engine without an air filter. We have push rods, rear suspension, we have double wishbone front suspension, so it's a pretty good design car. So that's the Tiala then. You can find it on my Discord page if you want to download it. It's available over there if you want to download it. I will put the link on Discord if you want to press the link and go and download it, of course. Now, the second thing that I did, which is a performance, what is it? A performance SUV. This one, the Pomo V12T. The Pomo V12T is a V12 turbo SUV, a luxurious SUV. Look at it. Looks like a little close to the Porsche Cayenne, maybe, who knows. I mean, the body, yes, but I mean, the fixtures are pretty different. And these are actually, this is an actually panoramic roof, but there's like a glitch exporting it from automation game to BeamNG.Drive, and it will turn into white. Yeah. But what if you want a Toyota Hilux 500 horsepower diesel 4x4? Well, what about it? I mean, can you actually get 500 horsepower from a diesel Hilux? I think you can get so much torque, but can you get 500 horsepower from the Hilux diesel? I'm not a diesel like expert. I don't know if you can actually get this much horsepower. So we have a beautiful, smooth, efficient V12 turbo under the hood, 650 horsepower. And we have 9-speed gearbox, 9-speed automatic gearbox. So yes, it can drive like a beast, and also it can be an efficient car. And you can drive it off the road too. I can't shift it manually, unfortunately. That's why the engine keeps revving to the moon. So 600 horsepower, V12, 400 and something pound-feet of torque, very efficient, and 9-speed gearbox. Yes, 9. Here we go. 6th, 7th. You have 9 speeds. 8th. So yeah, you can actually push the 9th one, but we need a longer road. So this is a pretty quick SUV. Running, of course, we have a luxury interior in it. So this thing is not really heavy. It's not really light. Yeah, it's a V12. It's running on V12 turbo, as you can see. This thing can get like 21, 20, nearly 22 miles to the gallon. So it's not really super efficient, but this thing weighs 2.6 tons. 2.6 tons. So it's really awesome. And it can handle nicely, actually. It can handle very nicely. It can drift. It can be a comfortable car. It can be a sporty car. So yeah, it has a V12 in it. How many liters? 5 liters. 5 liters exactly, like 5,000 cc engine. I'm not kidding. 5,000 exact cc engine. Aluminium, as you can see, double overhead camshaft, 4 valves per cylinder, running of course with standard standard intake manifold with single throttle body, twin turbos, as you can see, beautiful designed, absolutely efficient. And I've paid some great attention to details. I mean, look at that. We have a front camera, you have radar cruise control, as you can see up front, this black panel here. And what we have also is front parking sensors. I mean, they are here. And what they have on the sides, vent, the turbo badges, wipers, window washers. We have a panoramic roof, the door handles, key fobs, and of course we have a door. That's the fuel filler cap. These are the tail lights, as you can see. The badging, the rear mounted camera, the trunk handle, and of course we have the parking sensor, the rear camera, as I mentioned, the badge, quad exhaust tips, looking very decent, right? And we have active downforce on the car, so it's not just a heavy SUV. So this thing is really beautiful. A Toyota Hilux 500 horsepower diesel 4x4 can it get 6 out of 10 points? What do you mean? Where are these points coming from? Really? Like, explain it to me. What do you mean by the points? Those are so overrated and overused. I mean, all Mercedes these days have 360 cameras. All Mercedes-Benz these days are 360 cameras. So they uses not only one camera. They uses how many cameras they are using? Like 5, 6 cameras, something like this. Yeah, to get the 360 image. So yeah, how about we end the video with something special, because it's getting pretty late and my throat is starting to get destroyed because of so much talking. How about we end the video with something special? The Imola Dino Speciale. But do you really need those after 2 years and you won't have half of them working? Well, I don't know actually, Mr. Vlad. I've never actually spoken with a Mercedes owner that has reported an incident with not working cameras. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. 6 out of 10 points handling. Well, a stock Hilux suspension, no. It will handle like a pickup truck. A stock Hilux suspension is rubbish. But if you have a special tuned like Hilux suspension with proper settings and sway bars and everything, then yeah, it can handle nicely. But a stock suspension, no, it's rubbish. What is it possible to provide my car for you to review? If so, how? Um, the same, submit your car, and in the same submitting page, just say above it, it's for reviewing, not for the challenge. Well, it's less quicker than the Tiala because, well, it's a normal car. It's not really a. Oh, as you can see, it can snap a little bit, but it can drift nicely. This car was made by two, not one, two viewers. It was very good actually, but they missed a lot of the rules. So I took the car, I fixed it, I made it more appropriate. The engine is now a proper Ferrari engine. Really, a proper Ferrari engine is running under it. Which one? I forgot. The Teco, what the hell they call it? I forgot. 395 horsepower. And beautiful looking design car. Beautiful, right? Alright, let's stop. Let's see, what else? 3 or 4 points. Standard suspension in chatting page. Shut up about damn Hilux. Real drive or not? Well, my friends, look, the Hilux, Mr. Samo, the Hilux, my friend, is a pickup truck. It has a pickup truck body, pickup truck suspension, and pickup truck chassis. So it wasn't actually designed to do handling laps, really. So yes, even if you have 1,000 horsepower engine in it, it doesn't matter because it will not go around the corner very quickly. It will be super around the corner. Maybe it will understeer, maybe it will oversteer because it has a light bed back there, nothing over the rear differential. The suspension was designed to take heavy cargo on it, not to do handling laps. That's why it's not really appropriate to do handling laps in a Hilux. Yes, my friends. So that's why is the wiper on the roof at the rear? Well, actually, this is not my car. I didn't actually design it. As I've mentioned, this car was designed by two viewers. They made the body, they made this beautiful looking body actually, very nice attention to details, but they have messed with the suspension, the gearbox, and the engine wasn't actually making the correct horsepower and torque. So I fixed it, and I left their like special design body. I've removed some questionable fixtures, but I've kept it super original to their super design, and it worked out very perfect. So that's pretty much it, guys, for our live video. I hope that you had so much fun. I mean, it was really fun. We have designed a Countach-ish, something close to it, car, and we have designed and we have redesigned an economical car. We have driven it. We have driven them both. We have driven some crazy cars, but unfortunately, that's my time for tonight. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Is it a is it Renault Alpine good car? It's a legendary car. The Renault Alpine is a legendary car. It's a legendary what, rally car or a track car? I forgot. I think a rally car. So yeah. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope that you enjoyed your time with me here tonight. Happy Friday and happy weekend to everyone, and of course happy Halloween. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Stay tuned because very soon the supercar challenge will end, and of course I will be reviewing the cars and picking up a winner to win the of course the V12 LS Fowler supercar. That's a pretty proper car, and you can see it in that video over there. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Of course, if you enjoy my work and if you want to support the channel, the link in the description below for my Patreon page. You can sign up to my Patreon page, download most of the crazy cars that I made. Not most of them, actually. You can download all of them. All of them, you can find them on the Patreon page. All of the crazy cars, you can download them, and by doing that, you will be supporting the channel. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great night or morning or whatever the time you are watching this video. So thank you so much, and thank you so much, Mr. Samu, Mr. Nairis, Mr. Gary M, Mr. what else? Who else? Mr. Luca, Mr. Vlad, and everyone that has sent a cool comment on this video. Why not on Discord? Well, why not on Patreon? Why not on Discord? Well, because first, you can't put them on Discord forever; they will disappear. And second of all, some cars, I mean, they took really hard effort for me to do, and giving them like that for free. I mean, yeah, they took a lot of crazy time of my time, and of course, I want, and by doing that, you'll be supporting the channel, and I will give you my biggest thank you, and you can get all the cars. Don't worry, it's not expensive. I'm not asking for $1 million. It's only $1, my friend. I mean, I'm not asking for $1 million. So yeah, just just doing that will support the channel. It will buy a new mic in the future. I'm saving up for a new mic. All the patrons that has participated and that already have signed up, all their money is going to buy a new microphone for the channel. And yeah, I know it's not really that much, but it will upgrade the channel with a better microphone. Maybe in the future, when I reveal my face, maybe it will upgrade with a better camera, or maybe it will buy a camera because I really don't have a camera here. So yeah, I mean, all of that will just go to upgrade the channel. It's not going into my pocket, well, because it's very low. It's not really too much, but it's all for the channel. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. And thank you so much for all the best wishes for my cousin and for me and for everyone, for every member of my family. Have a crazy and beautiful and awesome weekend, and goodbye for now, my friends.